Hi, I'm going to be planning out my August TBR. I have a few books on this list already, but I kind of wanted to go through the process with you guys to pick out some other ones. And so that's what today's video is going to be, just like a plan my TBR with me. I was thinking about doing a Instagram chooses my TBR video, but I don't think I'll do that for this month. But if you guys like that idea, I might do that in future months. But this one, I'm just gonna try and strategically pick out books that I will want to read this month, because I've been in a slump for a very long time and I need to get out of it. So I need to strategically pick what books I'm reading this month in August. But before we get into it, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is once again Book of the Month, my favorite book subscription service. This is their iconic blue box. If you have not seen it before, then welcome to the world of Book of the Month. So if you didn't know, Book of the Month is a super popular, fast-growing online book subscription service. Their mission is to promote new and emerging authors and to help readers find books that they love. I always discover so many new books because Book of the Month will highlight them in their monthly selections. There's so many good new ones that I've never heard of before Book of the Month featured them. So I'm very thankful for that alone as their service. So how it works is their team vets hundreds of books each month and gives readers a curated selection of new and early release titles. So you can spend less time researching and more time reading. So Book of the Month does the work for you and just gives you the choice between such great books. So I love how easy it is to choose each month, and they're always such great selections. Book of the Month is completely risk-free. If for any reason you don't like any of the picks they have selected for that month, you can just skip it and you won't be charged for that month. Plus, they have the best prices for new hardcover fiction. If you want to try out Book of the Month, you can get your first box for $9.99 with the code SIZZLE. I will have the link in the description if you want to check it out, but I highly recommend this service if you haven't tried it already. Just trust me, it's amazing. They also just launched a podcast called Virtual Book Tour. You can listen on Spotify, so make sure you check that out too.
Join us as we go live from Book of the Month's headquarters to interview the best writers in the biz.
Okay, and so then the books that I chose for this month is Karen Slaughter's new book called Girl Forgotten. I haven't read a full Karen Slaughter book yet. I started one of them, but I need to get back into my thriller era. I have been reading a lot of romance lately and I feel like I am craving thrillers. So of course I had to get Karen Slaughter's new book. I'm very excited for it. Honestly, I don't know what it's about, but let me give you a little blurb about it on the inside here. It says, a girl with a secret, an unsolved murder, one chance to uncover a killer. An electrifying thriller featuring newly minted U.S. Marshal Andrea Oliver as she investigates a cold case with links to her father's past. And then my second pick was, of course, Alice Feeney's Daisy Darker. I am really looking forward to Alice Feeney's new book. So this follows the Darker family. After years of avoiding one another, Daisy Darker's entire family is assembling for Nana's 80th birthday party in Nana's crumbling Gothic house on a tiny tidal island. They become trapped on this island where someone starts killing them one by one. The Darkers must reckon with their present mystery as well as their past secrets before the tide goes out and all is revealed. With a wicked wink to Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, Daisy Darker's unforgettable twist will leave readers reeling. So yes, I'm back on my thriller grind with these two picks. I'm very excited for both of them. But if you wanted to get yourself a copy of either of these or any of the other amazing picks that they have, definitely check out Book of the Month and use the code SIZZLE to get the first box for $9.99. So yeah, thank you so much again to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. Now let's go ahead and get into what I'm reading in August. Okay, so first of all, the few that I have on my list already, I have 5 selected here. Because I have been in such a bad slump with reading, I don't want to put too much on this TBR, and I do want to be kind of strategic about it. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm reading some thrillers, probably zero romance. I just can't with the romance right now. I don't know why. I'm just not vibing with it. So I want to read mostly thrillers and then maybe a couple fantasy. But of course, what I am definitely reading in August is Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, because of the Twilight read-along that I am co-hosting. If you didn't see that read-along announcement video, I will have it linked so you can watch and join us with reading and watching Twilight. This is like a month-to-month thing, so in August we're reading the first book and then we're continuing the series throughout the rest of the year. I am already this much of the way through Twilight. I do believe our live show will be on August 19th, and then we are doing movie night watch parties, and I think that will be the following Friday, which is the 26th. But make sure to follow my Instagram and all the other co-hosts on Instagram so you can stay up to date on those dates and times if things do change. So I'm definitely reading Twilight.
Hello, editing Sydney here in terrible quality. I just realized I forgot to mention that there's no coffee break book club picks this month. Yes, we're taking a month off. Hopefully we'll be back in September, but because Janelle and I have been in serious reading slumps, we just thought it best to not do picks this month. So I'm sorry if you were looking forward to that, but there is nothing that we're going to be reading together in August, but hopefully we'll be back in September.
And then I did want to put Daisy Darker on the TBR. I think it would be a fun thriller to try and like hop back in with the genre, you know? So I think I will definitely put this on the list too. My books are still all over the place too. I have some stacked behind me here, but a lot of them are still in boxes in the living room. So let's go over there and go through them to find some other thrillers that I'm thinking about. I am thinking that I want to read a Riley Sager, which of course there's his new book that I've been hearing not so great things about. I did get that book though. I don't have it yet, but I did get it. So maybe when that comes, I'll read that. But the only other Riley Sager I haven't read yet is Lock Every Door, which I've heard good things about that one. So I think that would be a good one to put on the TBR. I just have to find it. I think it's in this box, but I'm not sure. Okay, yes, I found it. I definitely want to read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. And then I'm also planning to read A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham because this is my next pick for Family Book Club. Family Book Club is still going strong, so this is our next pick. I will be reading this. I'm very excited for it. I don't know if there's anything else in here in this box. I mean, we could come back to it. Kind of a little bit of everything. Some of these I've already read. Obviously, People We Meet on Vacation, Love Hypothesis. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I could read a Stephen King. I haven't read a Stephen King before. So I have The Shining and Carrie as options. I could read one of these. That actually might be fun. But like I said, I don't want to put too much on my plate and feel overwhelmed and then not be able to get out of this slump. So we're just talking about the like for sure's here. For sure, A Flicker in the Dark. For sure, Lock Every Door. For sure, Twilight. For sure, Daisy Darker. In terms of fantasy, I do want to get at least one fantasy on my TBR other than Twilight. So I was thinking of continuing the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. Started this a long time ago. I read the first 2 books and I haven't picked up the 3rd one since. It's been several months, if not almost a whole year now. It's been a while. I think I will put City of Glass on the TBR and plan to pick that up. I do think Janelle is also planning to read this, so that could be a buddy read with her. But I figure this is a good choice for fantasy since it is young adult and it'll just be kind of easy. I am familiar with the world a little bit already. You know, it's not like high fantasy or anything, so I think this would be a good option. So we're gonna put that on the TBR. And now that's already 5 books. Maybe I will add one more because I don't want to overload. So I'm gonna find one more kind of easy, something that I could put on here for when I'm not feeling like reading any of these books. Maybe this could be my backup. Okay, so here's some of my books. A lot of them are already read, like a good amount of them are already read, but of course I have some that are not read yet. I don't really know if I'm feeling any of these. Let's check one other box I have here. This one has a lot of my romances. I don't really know. Pride and Prejudice. Oh, maybe this one. You know what? This is actually a good one. So is that one, but I want to make sure I'm in a good reading mood for that one because I've heard such good things about it that I don't want to read it when I'm still feeling a little annoyed by reading. You know, like I don't want to pick that up if I'm not in the mood to read because then that would like diminish my thoughts about it, like my feelings towards it. So I don't want to do that. I want to make sure I'm in like a good reading mood before I pick that up. But this one, Falling by TJ Newman, this one's short. It has a fascinating premise, like right up my alley type stuff. Plane disaster. A man comes up to the pilot just before they board saying that if you don't crash this plane, I will kill your family or something like that. So I love a plain setting and then have it like disaster ultimatum vibes and like kind of cheesy typical action movie stuff. Hopefully that is kind of what it is, but I'm gonna try it because it is shorter and I think that the premise is most intriguing to me. I just love like disaster. I love disaster movies. I haven't read too many disaster books, but I think this would be a good one to try. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add this one. So that makes it 6 books total on my TBR. Mostly thrillers and a couple fantasy. My main goal this month is to read Twilight because I don't want to fail at my own read along. I don't think this will be that hard because I am already really enjoying it. This is my first read through this series, by the way, and I've not seen the movies, so this is all fresh and new to me and I'm having a great time. So I think that's really fun and easy to do. So that's my main goal, obviously, but other than that, like I would love to read all of these because obviously I bought them for a reason and I've been excited to read all of them. I've just not been prioritizing reading lately and I haven't felt like reading, which is so sad because I don't want to feel this way. I just do. I think it's just with everything going on in my life, a lot's happening and I've had some major burnout lately, if you haven't noticed. I think just putting a lot of pressure on myself and setting a lot of expectations for myself, it hasn't obviously been helping or been healthy at all. So I need to just kind of change my mindset again about reading and just remember that it's for fun and I should just pick up whatever I want to pick up, and you know, if I'm not enjoying it, not feel bad about DNFing. Yeah, here's hoping that August is a successful reading month because I do want to get back into it. I think I just need to find a book that I love again, because it's been a while since I've had like a 5-star amazing book. Some of you guys know my favorite books: People We Made on Vacation, No Exit. Those are like my top 2. Those are the 2 books that I like think of all the time. I need another book like that. So what I'm hoping for this month is that I find a book that will make me fall in love with reading again. It doesn't have to become my new top #1 favorite book ever of all time. I just need to find a book that like makes me love reading again. And I think thrillers are the best way to go for that. For me, I just have always loved thrillers. I need something like that in my life again. If you have any recommendations on books that, you know, will get you out of a slump, books that will make you love reading again, especially thrillers, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' recommendations because I'm struggling at the moment and I want to be able to be the one to give you guys recommendations, but I can't do that if I'm not reading anything new. Anyway, that's the plan for August. I just hope I'm able to make the time to read again, and I hope I enjoy what I read this month. So comment down below also what you're reading in August. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you to Book of the Month for sponsoring, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye.